Welcome back to Brandwatch. Today we're going to talk about complex query operators. I would like to look for Apple and Samsung due to the patent war that's going on at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type Apple, Samsung, and I'm going to put it in quotes because I want them to be close to each other, but I don't want them to be right next to each other. So I'm going to use the proximity operator. What this does is it's going to look for Apple and Samsung within 10 words of each other. So I'm going to do a test search, and we have 37,798 results. Now, that's already very good. However, it's likely that whenever we're talking about Apple and Samsung, they might also talk about the actual tablets that are in question. So that would be Apple and iPad, or Samsung or Galaxy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Apple or iPad. And now we're going to introduce a new operator, the near operator. What this lets us do is to look for groups of words on each side. So I'm going to look for Samsung or Galaxy. So the near operator lets us put a group on the one side. So we're looking for Apple or iPad, as well as a group on the other side. And in this case, we're looking for Samsung or Galaxy. Doing a search should reveal a lot more mentions. Yeah, now we have 51,031 mentions. I like to narrow these results by looking for mentions of Apple versus Samsung at a specific event. To do this, I'm going to use the raw operator. And raw. The raw operator doesn't ignore lower or uppercase nor accents. Let's look for mentions at the IFA, the electronics event in Berlin, where Apple forced Samsung to withdraw its tablets. Doing a test search reveals a lot less mentions than before. We will now introduce a few more operators that lets us target specific mentions. Let's start with the location operator. I'm going to put another set of brackets here. And location UK. The location operator accepts the official country codes and limits results based on websites that are hosted in the country that we are looking for. In this case, UK mentions only. This will exclude all mentions that are hosted on US servers, for example, and reduces our mentions to 30 in this case. Another useful operator is the site operator. Using the site operator lets us target specific sites, for example Twitter. Like this, we will get only Twitter mentions. In this case, 3 mentions are only on Twitter. There is another operator that does something similar, the URL operator. The difference between these two operators is that site targets any part of the URL that is before the first slash, while URL can target anything after the first slash in the URL. This is useful for companies trying to target a specific Twitter profile, for example. In this case, I'm looking for David Chow's profile. David Chow, hitting the search button, should reveal that there's only one mention. A couple of other operators exist and help us to find more by writing less. The wildcard operator is useful for queries that include words with the same word stem. Take the word complain, for example. Now we could be looking for complain, complained, complaining, complained, etc. However, using the wildcard operator lets us write complain with a star and saves us a lot of writing by finding the exact same results. The last operator is the replacement operator. We all know the differences between American and Queen's English. This operator helps us to ignore it. Take the word realization, for example. In American it is with a Z, in England with an S, and in Brandwatch with a question mark that accounts for both. Let's do search, and we get 4 results. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial and wish you happy query creation with Brandwatch. Thank you.